Hello and welcome to this session. In this session, we are going to learn everything about XML. And if you have never understood or never known about XML, do not worry. In this session, I'm going to go from scratch and we will learn everything step by step. Let us look at this message. I have several friends. Alex, Mary, Rachel are my friends. Anna is my best friend. Now this way of communication will work if two people are talking to each other. However, if two machines or two applications have to talk to each other or exchange data, this way or this type of formatting or communication may not work. So we need a more structured, a more formatted way, and we need to exchange data using some common rules and syntax. Let us now try to convert this message into a more formatted and structured way. I have created a tag called friends list, and a tag comes inside conical brackets, and then I have also created a end tag for friends list. So here is the start tag and here is the end tag. Now inside this I am creating one more tag called friend. I have a start friend tag and a end friend tag, and the end tag has a forward slash and the same name as the start tag, and inside this I am creating a tag for name, and then I have given the value for the friend, that is name value Alex. In the same way, I will create data for one more friend, Mary, and then I will create one more tag or data for one more friend, Rachel. So I have created data for three friends. Now I will create a tag for best friend, a start tag and a end tag, and here I am giving the name as Anna. So here you can see this is a more formatted and a more structured way, and this way of communication and data exchange can be used to communicate between applications, and this is a valid XML. So XML stands for Extensible Markup Language, and here it is called markup because we use marks or we use tags as we have seen in our example, and then the tags are not limited and are not predefined like in HTML. You can use any tags and these can be extended like we have used friend list, friends, name, etc. So tags are extensible and therefore we call it as extensible markup language. Now we know that XML can be used for data exchange and communication between two applications. It can be a client and server applications, and it is used to store and transport data, and the rules and specifications of XML comes from W3C, that is World Wide Web Consortium, and XML is not dependent on any platform or technology, so you can use two applications that are built over different platforms and different technology stack, and they can communicate using XML, and it is both human and machine readable like JSON. As we have seen in the JSON session, XML can also be readable by both humans and machines. So here let me first show you a quick demo and then we will move further. I will create a very quick XML. You can create any file and give it a extension as .xml. So here I am on my Windows and I am creating a new text document, and I will say this is a example, and the extension I am going to give is XML. So here I have created a file example.xml. Now I can open this into any editor. You can use any editor that can work with XML. I'm using Notepad++. You can use Visual Studio Code if you are on Mac, or even on Windows you can use that. Or if you do not have anything, you can still use a simple Notepad or any simple editor, and we will do the formatting later. So here I'm creating a tag called friends list, and this is a start tag. I also have to create a end tag, so the end tag will start with a forward slash, and here I will again say friends list, and here I'm getting auto suggestion because this is using XML. If you are not getting auto suggestion, that is fine, we will do formatting later. And here I will create another tag inside friends list, that is a friend tag, and then of course I have to give a end tag for friend, and then inside this I will create another tag called name and the end tag for name, and then inside this I will give the value, that is the name of the friend Alex, and I can now copy this and paste it again, and here I will change this to Mary, and then one more friend I will say Rachel, and then I will copy this again, and here I will change this to best friend. So I have created a tag for best friend here, and of course I should be having a end tag as well. So now we have a XML, and now if you want to check if it is a valid XML or if you want to format your XML, you can just copy your XML and go online and check for some XML formatter tools. So you will get a lot of tools online that can format our XML, and you can actually create a tree view. So let me show you this. I will go to one of these, and I will also provide all these links in the description or the notes of this video, so you can always refer it from there. So here we have one XML formatter. I will paste my XML here, and then I will say format XML. You can see this one. We have other tools here where you can just give your XML or your XML document, and you can see the formatted version. So here you can see it has given me a formatted XML. If I go here and again I give my XML and say format, so it will format and show me the formatted XML. And here I can also, if I just make some mistake here, I am removing the end tag for friend. So you can see I have removed the end tag, and now if I say format XML, you can see it has given a different format. But let me show you some other better tools. If I say format and beautify, I am getting this. If I remove, let us say, the end tag here and say format and beautify, or you can see here I'm getting a warning here, unclosed XML attribute. Or if I say here I will give back the friend tag, and now if I do format and beautify again, now this is fine. I can say XML tree. So you can see in a tree view we have 3 friends and we have one best friend here, and you can see the names of the friends. So you can see a tree view here. The same you can see here. I can say beautify and format, or I can see a tree view. So these are the tools you can use, and you can format your XML. Now if we talk about XML validation, when we talk about validation, we are validating the syntax and the structure of our XML message. So we check that the XML is well formed, that is, it satisfies all the basic syntax and rules and conditions, and then we can also check our XML against some predefined schema, which can be a DTD, that is document type definition, or can be a XSD called XML schema definition. In most of the cases, the creators or the developers of the XML will provide you this schema, and you will have to check your XML against this schema. It will contain the structure of the XML, how it should be structured, what should be the tags, what is mandatory, what is not mandatory, what should be the data type inside the tags. All this will be here. So kind of a grammar and content check is done here. Most of the cases today we use XSD. Now in case you do not have a XSD or a DTD or any schema, we can also do the reverse, that is we can use our XML and can generate a schema out of it. Let us see that. I'm going to take my XML and copy, and here I'm going to search for XML schema generator, and you can see we have a lot of online XML schema generators or XML to XSD converters and XML to DTD converters. All this can be used, and if I go to any one of these, let me say this, I can paste my XML and I can select the XML design and then say generate XSD. Then we have this one. Again, I can just paste my XML and say generate schema, and you can see this is the XSD. Here you can see we have the version, we have some title here, then you can see all the elements or tags. So we should be having a friend list element. It is of complex type because it has other elements inside this. Then we have this tag, and then name should be of type string. All this you can see in a XST. If I go here, this one, I can select, do I want a DTD or a XST, and I can just generate here. So it will give me the XST or the DTD as I need to. I can again say DTD here and say generate. It gives me the DTD here. So this is how you can do XML validation and also check your XML against a schema. If you look at a Wikipedia definition of XML, it says it is a markup language that defines a set of rules for encoding documents in a format that is both human and machine readable. And I hope now you can understand.